Hey guys, it's Abby, and today we're gonna do a little warm-up and talk about the importance of a warm-up. So go ahead and hop into some comfy clothes and let's get started. Before we actually start our warm-up and stretch, I'm gonna just give you guys a couple reasons why it is incredibly crucial to warm up and stretch. Bear with me. Reason number one, it increases our blood flow to fuel movement. So when we kind of just jump into dancing without warming up at all, our body is not ready for that kind of high intensity movement, which is bad. Reason number two, it activates our muscles and nerves, which actually ends up increasing flexibility. And reason number three, it reduces our chance of overall injury. Let me just say that again. Reduces our chance of overall injury. Oh, guys. Please, I beg of you, warm up before you dance, because it is so much more common for you guys to get an injury, pull a muscle, something goes wrong if you don't just take a couple minutes before you start to dance to warm your muscles up and get ready. Let's actually really quickly define the difference between stretching and warming up. So stretching is when muscles are slowly placed in a stretch and then held in that position for about 10 to 15 seconds. Interesting, right? And warming up includes gradual movement that increases the body temperature to an optimal working level and helps to avoid injuries. Oh my gosh. So first, we're gonna warm up because that's gonna get our muscles nice and warm so we can actually stretch them. You know what I mean? If you just start to stretch your muscles and they're cold, we're gonna pull a muscle, probably induce some kind of injury. So I'm gonna give you guys 3 minutes to either run in place, do jumping jacks, do something to get your blood pumping, and try to get out of breath. Yeah? So I'll see you guys back here in about 3 minutes. Okay, welcome back from your warm-up. So let's just get on the floor in butterfly position. And I'm just gonna turn to the side so you can see, but I'm kind of scooting up and putting my butt back so I can really sit on my sit bones and get that alignment in my spine. Now just go ahead and feel the stretch through your spine. Take a couple deep breaths here. And try to lower your knees. Don't put too much pressure on them, and don't worry about this too much, but try to be mindful of getting your knees as close to the ground as possible. And keep taking deep breaths here. We're gonna do a little neck stretch. So go ahead and rotate in a circle and go back the other way. And then go ahead and gently place your hand on the side of your face and pull your neck really lightly. Feel that stretch in your neck to your shoulder. Other side. Remember to keep breathing. And we're done with that one. Now scoot and rock onto your back, pulling your knees up to your chest and hug them tight, and just feel the stretch in your back for a second. Now we're gonna just reach behind our knees, keep hugging your legs in, but we're gonna send one leg down to the floor, keeping it nice and straight. And then we're gonna go ahead and extend this leg that we're still hugging. So take a deep inhale when we extend it up, and then we'll exhale when we bring it back down. All right? So here we go. Inhale up, hold it, exhale out. I've got 2 more of these. Straighten the leg, deep breath in, and let it out as you bend. 1 more. Deep breath in, straighten, and let it out, bend. All right, go ahead and bring both of your knees up again, and then push down the other leg. And try not to bend that leg that's down on the floor. And now we extend, breathe in, and bend, breathe out. 2 more of these. Breathe in, extend the leg, and breathe out, bend the leg. 1 more. Take a deep breath in, extend the leg, and breathe out. All right, bring both knees up again and rock up. All right, so now put your feet out in front of you in pike position. We're gonna bend 1 knee. We're gonna cross it over 1 leg and get a stretch in our back. If you can see that. Hold this for a second and feel that stretch in your back. Oh, I think this feels so good. And switch sides. Feel that stretch. And bring both legs down to pike position. And now we're just gonna reach our hands over and go to touch your toes. Obviously, if you can't touch your toes, really don't worry about it. What we're worrying about here is getting your back as flat as possible. And if that means that we're only touching our knees or our shins, don't worry about it, just feel that stretch. Okay, come up onto your feet and spread your legs apart. We're gonna do a little stretch to our side here. So you'll notice that my other hand is just placed on my thigh lightly. Now we're gonna move into flat back. Hold this stretch. It's not the most comfortable, but just keep breathing through it. Get your back as flat as possible. Go ahead and release down to the ankle. Keep breathing here. Try not to bend your knees. Just go as far as you can. Now switch to the other side. Hold this for a moment. Now we'll come up flat back on that side, extending the arm out in front of you. Just feel that extension through your arm and through your back. And now just to reach forward to the side. Feel that extension through your side body. And come on up. Okay, now we're going to go into our lunges. So go ahead and lunge down to the side of your choice, keeping your knee off the ground right now. And go ahead and set that knee down, and we're going to bend and straighten the front leg. And feel that stretch in that hamstring. It should feel so good. Now bend that front leg and put the back knee down, and we're going to open up to the back here. Just keep breathing. And bring that knee up. We're going to lunge to the front to rotate over to the other side. Kind of a Spider-Man move here. And we're lunging with our back knee up. Hold this stretch for a moment. Try to keep your back as flat as you can. Now drop the knee and we'll straighten that front leg again. Now bend the front knee, keep the back knee on the ground, stretch to the back. Great. Now we're going to do a bow and arrow. So tuck that front knee in and extend the back leg out. And this is a great prep stretch for your splits. Try not to sit into your hip too much, just feel that stretch. And let's switch to the other side. So I'm just coming to a lunge here, and I'm going to go back into the bow and arrow on the other side. So tuck that front leg, extend the back leg behind you, and sit in that stretch for a minute. All right, let's rotate to the front and let's sit in a straddle. So I'm just going to try to move my legs here and get my legs to be as far spread as possible. You can also go against the wall if that's something you're interested in. So obviously I'm stretching to the side here. We're feeling that stretch through our side body. And now we're going to do our face to our knee. So that doesn't, don't literally touch your face to your knee. Just keep your back flat and breathe through this. Now let's rotate to the other side. Face to knee on this side. And side stretch. And come back up. And we're gonna stretch forward here. Doesn't matter how far, doesn't matter if your tummy can touch the floor, doesn't matter if you're as far up as I am. Just worry about feeling your hips opening up and relax into this as much as you can. And come back up. We're gonna stand up now. And we're gonna squat down and give our shoulders a little stretch by rolling them inwards. And now switch sides. And go ahead and come back up. I'm a really big advocate for yoga, so we're gonna do a little yoga here. Go ahead and put your hands above your head and come down to touch your toes. You guys can't see it here, but I'm totally bending my knees. There's no shame in that. Get your legs nice and warm by just giving them a little pedal and bend. And hold this for just a second. And now we're gonna come back up, hands over our head, deep breath in, and let it out. And hands back up above our head, deep breath in, and let that breath out as you go down to touch your toes again. And just hold it here for a second. Now we're gonna crawl out to a push-up plank position. And then we're gonna bend down into a little cobra here. All right, so I'm gonna awkwardly shuffle to the side to show you this stretch. I think this feels so good. This is just stretching out our abdominal muscles. Go ahead and release the head if you want and just feel that nice stretch. Now we're gonna bend back into a child's pose and go ahead and relax in this for just a minute. Take deep breaths. And go ahead and put your hands behind your back and try to get a little stretch. And shake it out. Okay, now we're gonna do a little roll out of our ankles. So go ahead and roll it a couple times. And switch sides. My ankles are cracking like crazy right now, by the way. Now I'm gonna roll out my wrists. Get those joints nice and lubricated. And that concludes our warm up and stretch. Okay, go grab a great big glass of water and have a great day, you guys. Bye-bye.